Horcher was a high school wrestler here in the state of Pennsylvania. He said, Brooks is a better technical wrestler than me, but I can really counter that because I'm a very powerful wrestler. Horcher, though, wants to keep this fight standing. He's looking for the knockout. He said Brooks is a better technical wrestler, but he does not have striking power.
What you have to understand is MMA is a very scaled-down kind of wrestling. If you have a nice short double leg and a good single leg, you're going to do really well. You don't see the ankle picks and a lot of the finesse moves that'll get you through a Division I tournament. You just don't see those in MMA, so he could be right.
Two undefeated fighters, as I mentioned a moment ago. Brooks a perfect 7-0. Horcher, coming to the Bellator cage for the first time in his career, enters at a perfect 5-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight from the Sovereign Center, Bellator Fighting Championships now presents 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first the red corner at 5'8", weighing in at 155 1/2 pounds. Undefeated as a professional, he comes in tonight with 7 wins, no losses. From Cahokia, Illinois, EJ, the Pretty Boy Brooks. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in at 155 3/4 pounds. Tonight, he too stands undefeated, 5 victories, no defeats. From Shermansdale, Pennsylvania, Darrell Horcher. In charge of the action, referee Mario Yamasaki.
A Bellator fight in the lightweight division. EJ Brooks versus Darrell Horcher.
There you go.
Brooks is in the red trunks, Horcher in the black trunks.
Let's go, come on.
The bell in round number 1. Brooks is working on being more aggressive, but more aggressive on the ground. He wants to take this fight down quickly.
That's one thing EJ hasn't really run into in Bellator is someone who could stop his takedown.
That's it! Out! And a clean knockout win for Darrell Horcher in his Bellator debut.
We were talking about wrestling. That turned out to be totally academic. Beautiful knockout for Darrell Horcher. We will see him again in Bellator. I got news for you.
EJ Brooks told me, and this is unbelievable, Jimmy, the only way that Horcher can beat me is by landing a knockout punch.
Well, be careful when you say stuff like that. Man, beautiful shot by Darrell Horcher. Take a look at it again. No sweat on that kid. Right here, both guys came out southpaw, and that over-the-top left. Beautiful uppercut on the way down. Doesn't even land any ground and pound. He knew this was over. Oh, that lazy jab. EJ Brooks put his hand down, and that was all she wrote.
21 seconds, the time of the clean knockout.
You see here, he paws out his right hand and lets it drop. Bang.
Look how fast Horcher's hands are. Then after he lands the knockout punch, he lands 2 more effective strikes as Brooks is falling. There's the knockout punch. You'll see it there for 1-2.
It was the leg kick by EJ Brooks. He kicked with his lead leg and brought his right hand down. That's what left him vulnerable to the counter shot.
That's a phenomenal Bellator debut from Darrell Horcher.
Man, only 25 years old. That's what I call a Bellator debut. Bang. Against a top prospect in EJ Brooks.
That fight that you just watched served as the Bellator 7 lightweight tournament reserve fight. So Darrell Horcher now is the injury alternate for the semifinal round.
Man. Doctor's still working on him. You can see it here. Now, watch the right leg of EJ Brooks. He goes for a leg kick and doesn't bring his hand back. Whenever you kick, you got to be ready for a counter punch. You see, he throws a leg kick and brings his hand down. Man, Horcher stepping right in. Nice control, not throwing that left hand.
Yeah, that's class from Darrell Horcher. A lot of fighters in this sport throw that left hand.
It's also awareness and control. Beautiful job.
But again, watch. 2 more punches. 1, 2, as Brooks is falling. There's Alexander Sarnovsky, 20-0. You'll see him later tonight versus Rich Clemente. We'll see if he gives us much of a reaction. None.
He's Russian. That's emphatic for a Russian. That is standing up and screaming for a Russian. I'm telling you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes officially 21 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout, Darrell Horcher.
An incredibly impressive knockout win.